Hello everybody, I'm Ninjo X, the Enlightened Gamer. Welcome back to Let's Play Let's Complete Pokemon Blue. Last time we earned ourselves a Thunder Badge. Today we're going to handle a couple of odds and ends on our way to the next area. The Rock Tunnel. I keep on wanting to call it Dark Tunnel, because it's dark. But that's not right. But don't worry, this shouldn't take us too long. In fact, I'm going to speed through the underground tunnel like I always have, because it's boring. Okay, last time Canucks evolved, right at the end of the episode. That was sick. Sandslash is one of my absolute favorite Pokemon to use. It's a big reason why I like Sandshrew so much. And I can't wait to give Canucks the work. Oh, I guess I can organize my party really quick. I'm gonna go on ahead and switch. I always do this every time I try to switch up my team. It's actually easier for me when it's sped up, because then I'm less likely to misclick. I guess it's Link's turn next, which is okay. There. And now I need to use Link to cut down this bush, so we can hop back into Cerulean City. You have to do this if you want to beat every trainer in the game. I don't think you have to do it if you want to catch every single Pokemon. I feel like there are other ways to catch Pokemon than having to go here. It's a bike voucher! Here I go. Here I go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I've wasted a bunch of time now. Basically, a lot of you guys know me from the comments that I leave on other videos. I leave lots. I have a lot of input. I like to share my input. I'm mostly positive in my input. If I'm negative, normally I feel like it's constructive negativity instead of deconstructive, which is a good thing, but sometimes I cross the line. I'm not perfect. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something a bit sensitive today. I wanted to talk to you guys about the freedom of speech. There are few freedoms as important as the freedom of speech. It's obvious. It's a paramount belief of most countries. It protects people from it protects people from people in a higher position of power. And it's a completely good thing for the most part. But with freedom of speech also comes responsibility for what you say. And even on the internet, where you think that you can say whatever you want, you still need to be able to own up to what you've done. If you attack somebody or threaten somebody, that's not okay. It's never okay, and it's never gonna be okay. For you to take out your angers and your weaknesses, your frustrations out on perfectly decent people. YouTube gives you the ability to delete comments. Not only comments that you make, and comments to comments that you make, but other stuff. So if you come at me swearing, first off, it's just not a good idea to swear whenever you're trying to prove a point. It instantly invalidates what you're saying, because instead of relying on your intelligence and your ability to speak proper, you're just divulging down to Neanderthal. Might as well be your argument at that point. So, the freedom of speech is important, but accountability is even more important. if I ever delete a comment from one of my videos, one of my comments or one of yours, it's because you've stepped way over the line. That said, please leave comments on my videos. I know it's going to be about a week and a half ahead of time whenever this finally gets posted, but up till now I've released up to episode 10, and I've gotten maybe 1 or 2 comments per video. A little bit less than 1 per video. And that's a good way for me to be able to talk to you guys, to improve my content, my quality, get back to you. And I just link grew a level and I didn't even notice because I've been just having a good time talking to you guys about sensitive subject matter. Sorry. Anyways, I just really feel that it's important to talk about this. I know I'm not going to change the world. I know I'm definitely not going to change the internet. It's going to be what it will be. I don't even want to change it. Because for every negative Nancy, for every monster that just comes in grunting, flailing their arms like DK Jr. Don't know if DK Jr.'s ever done that. But just flailing like an angry, stupid gorilla. There are 10 people that are rational, intelligent, passionate people that have good points to make. Be them positive or negative people. Link was poisoned. Well, we're gonna switch Link down. It's gonna be Dart's turn, that's cool. So I felt like I needed to talk to you guys about this. I call myself the enlightened gamer. But really what I want to do is enlighten others. I call myself enlightened not in the sense that I'm smarter than you. I'm not. I call myself enlightened because I'm constantly being enlightened by new things, by new discoveries. Some I make on my own, others are made for me. I guess I could talk about some other YouTubers that inspired me. I mentioned Gerard. I've talked about Astroth now. The game theorists helped out a lot in terms of inspiration too. Nobody's monetarily helped me out. Nobody's taught me how to do anything. I've learned it all on my own. But the inspiration that the game theorists, particularly Gaijin Goomba, provided me was that video games can be a medium for not just intellectual but philosophical conversations. Learning. That it can be more than just, yay, I put my block in the block-shaped block. Or, pew pew, yeah, I killed his face. To me, that is an entire waste of the medium of art that is video games. And it truly, truly makes me sad. Not to the point of being depressed, but close. This is not a good situation. But this is why we have Seismic Toss. Exactly 22 points of damage. Ooh! Tackle. Does way less than 20 damage. 22. Come on, Dart! You can do it! We're so close! We did it. We did it! Yay, Dart, you're the best around. No one's ever gonna drag you down. Ah. Yay, 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 yay. So, I just felt like I wanted to talk to you guys about some deep stuff. I promised it in my first video, and I haven't really done it because I've been having too much fun. And there's nothing wrong with having fun. There's nothing wrong with having a lot of fun. It's great to have fun. But life is so much more than just a good time. I'm trying to figure out who I'm going to use this HP up on. I'm thinking Amanita. Yeah, I'm going to use it on Amanita. I don't have any potions, so I'm gonna see if I can't avoid this. I can! This kid I don't care about. He has bug types, I'm pretty sure, so I should be able to beat him. I got up early every day to raise my Pokemon from cocoons! So you have a team of Jirachi. No, he doesn't. Anyways, guys. Ugh. I just really wanted to talk to you guys about something that I thought was important. And yes, I've been attacked personally. Sometimes I feel like it is warranted. Sometimes I say something and I don't mean it the way I say it. Sometimes I change my mind because I didn't have enough information to make the opinion that I made. Other times I get frustrated and I never take my anger out on you guys. But I do get frustrated. I am a bit of a rager. And there is a medical reason why. But again, I'm not quite ready to get into that with you guys. Maybe I'll do that over a vlog or something, if you really want to know. And Dart's gonna beat this trainer because he's dumb. Not Dart, but the trainer. That's why I love video games, is because of what they can mean. Not what they are, but what they could be. I look at things the way they are. Most people look at things I am sorry. Most people look at things the way they are and ask why. I look at things the way they could be and ask why not. I miss Medley. I miss Medley. I miss Medley. It makes me kind of sad that I got rid of Medley. Even though I think it was for the right reasons. I am putting on a show. And releasing trading Medley away definitely emotionally invested me quite a bit more. I really was mad at myself after I did it, and I kinda hope you guys were mad at me too. Who's that walking with those good-looking Pokemon? That sounds like it could be the start to a really bad parody song. Music is another artistic medium I really enjoy. I don't really get into popular music, pop culture stuff. Instead, I tend to stay in the classical areas. I like instrumentals. I like vocals that actually have meaning to them. I don't care if you can dance to a song. I can't dance anyways. Again, it's part of a medical thing. But even before that, I couldn't. So, to me, a song should be about how it makes you feel, how it makes you think. Same with video games. Pokemon is a journey. It's a journey that doesn't always take itself too seriously. It leaves that up to the player. How serious are you going to take your Pokemon? Are you going to Nuzlocke? Are you going to treat every fainting like a death? Are you going to cry whenever your Pokemon leave you? Are you going to rage if your opponents get lucky? Are you going to give up? Are you going to persevere? This is what Pokemon's about. This is the atmosphere hidden deep within. Because Pokemon isn't a 3D game, at least until X and Y, and even then it lacks the atmosphere of earlier 3D games. This is what I think. I think that Pokemon is meant to do exactly what they tell you. It's meant to bond you to it. You're supposed to have feelings for the Pokemon you catch, the ones you train, and the ones you're given. If you received a rare Pokemon from a friend in a trade, you're supposed to have deeper feelings for that Pokemon. I know some people are probably going to say that I'm weird, that I'm dumb. And you can if you want. I was a very lonely child. I didn't have a whole lot of friends. This isn't a pity party though. Because I didn't have friends, I had to make do with what I had available to me. And when I was a kid, every single Pokemon I had a voice, had a soul inside of me. That's what I think is important. Same thing with stuff like the companion cube. Yes, at its core, it's a box with stuff painted on it. But it's so much more than that. It won't threaten to stab you. It's the one thing in Aperture that won't stab you in the back, that won't try and kill you when you're done with it. I am not making much progress in this episode, but we're having a good talking about stuff. Go, my super bug Pokemon! No. No. It's a bug catcher. Just when I thought I was done with all you guys. Your Caterpie could be a level 20 Butterfree. You know, more than what is and what might be, what could have been really is what intrigues me. Maybe Pokemon, instead of evolving by level up as they do now, were originally intended to evolve in a different way. Maybe more Pokemon would have evolved by happiness because of that bond with them and their trainer. More Pokemon. Ooh, Venonat! See, it has a very similar face to Butterfree. Maybe more Pokemon would evolve based off of time. Based off of time constraints. Maybe it will take a certain amount of time for Caterpie to turn into a Jirachi and then a Butterfree. There's no telling. Goodbye, Venonat. I have already almost gone for 20 minutes. Well, 18 basically. Hi, bugs! What are you, the boogeyman from Nightmare Before Christmas? Oh, it's Shenron's turn. That is 10 buckets of yes and 12 buckets of awesome. You know, I've been really concerned about making my videos shorter for a while. I'm going to go ahead and cut loose, and we're going to have a longer video today. Not a lot's getting done, but I feel like I might really be reaching some of you guys. I'm taking Rock Tunnel to go to Lavender. That's right. The next town we're going to is Lavender Town. And I can't wait. You're jogging angrily. Okay. I guess I could always just remind you guys to subscribe. If you like what you see, click the like button. If you've liked my other content, subscribe. I wouldn't expect you to subscribe after one video. Lord knows I don't. If I like somebody's content, I'll watch 2, 3, 4, 5 of their other videos. And even then, I still might not subscribe. But if you really like my stuff, I would greatly encourage you to subscribe. And since we are 100% completing this game in every possible way, that's a Diglett, then you could easily use this Let's Play like a guide. Well, not easily, I'm not gonna break it down into guide format. But you could follow along, and I'm gonna catch every single Pokemon, so maybe I will do like a guide segment or something after all this is done. But there are plenty of guides out there. I personally recommend Cerebi.net. Those are the guides that I always use for the older games. I feel like they're the authority on early Pokemon. Other sites like Maryland take down their older guides and their older content. Cerebi leaves it and links it to the new stuff. And Shenron is poisoned now. That's actually kind of annoying. Especially since whenever you're poisoned in Gen 1, you can't see your level. So I have no clue if Shenron leveled up. I've been so involved in my commentary in this episode that I haven't even known. Oh, the clock rolled over. So, I don't know. Can't measure up to a Gyarados? No, you can't measure up to a Gyarados. Still level 22. That's actually good news, because our next opponent is a hiker, and a poison Gyarados is still going to do better than any of my other Pokemon against this guy. Anyways, I'm going to assume that he's holding a walking stick of some kind, even though that could technically be a sledgehammer. Geodude, or as I sometimes refer to it, Geodude. Just, I don't know why. I sometimes do weird things. I'm not serious all the time. Well, so much for Geodude. Shenron gained some EXP, and it's a Machop. I guess I could talk about Pokemon types for a little bit with you guys. Fighting type has become really good in recent years. Really useful. It's very offensively versatile. Defensively, it's so-so. But, oh lord, in Gen 1, there's almost no point to using a fighting type. Not only are there almost no fighting type moves in the original generation, low kick, rolling kick, and high jump kick being, and submission being, I'm pretty sure, the only four that deal fighting based damage. But the two of the types that fighting is good against, Steel and Dark, don't yet exist. We defeated a hiker. Anyway, I say that a lot. Amanita is up next. I also say that a lot. You can't escape this girl's vision. But, what was I saying? Typing. Fighting types in Gen 1 are pretty much only useful against normal type Pokemon. Rock type, every rock type is weak to grass, except for Aerodactyl, who's weak to water and electricity. You're gonna have a water and a grass type on your team if you're worth your snuff. If you're worth anything. In the original. Oh, you used Payday. That means when I win, I get extra cash. You got a critical hit though, that's kind of annoying. Oh, Stun Spore worked on the first turn. That never happens, but it's gonna be a chip war. It's gonna be a chip war. Just a chip war. Just a chip. Just chip. Chip, chip, chip. Chip war. Chip war. Just a chip war. And here I thought your days of chipping and warring were done, Amanita. No, you're too much. I picked up 46 extra Pokken. Not much, but it's something. Okay, we're nearing the end of the tasks for this episode. That is Rock Tunnel. So anyway, fighting type, not very good. Fighting is also good against ice, but it's still not worth it. Ice is weak to... Ice, on its own, is defensively, when you count resistances and weaknesses, the worst type in the game. There are people that would argue that grass type is worse. We have a Pokemon in here we need to catch. But grass type has way more resistances than ice. Ice is weak to fire, fighting, rock, and steel. I think that's all of them. Firefighting, rock, and steel. And resistant only to itself. Ice. Oh, you can actually run from low-level Spearows now. Or not. Well, we found what we were looking for. Grass is weak to fire, flying, bug, and poison, but grass is resistant to water, ground, grass. Water, ground, and grass. So yes, ice is the weakest type out there. In terms of defense, offensively, ice is incredible. Could not recommend it enough. Okay, I'm gonna go on ahead and throw a Pokeball and hope. Yep, that figures. Well, Amanita doesn't dare. I don't dare attack it again, so I'm gonna just throw another ball and see what happens. Really, game. Oh, I have balls. For days. Voltorb was caught! Yay! New Pokedex data will be added for Voltorb. Usually found in power plants. Easily mistaken for a Pokeball, they have zapped many people. Voltorb is the original troll Pokemon, as far as design goes. A lot of people, and by that I mean almost everybody, has attacked Voltorb for its lazy design. But in fact, when you look at it from a certain perspective, it's really a good design. It's the way that nature is headed in our own real world. And we're going to use Voltorb. And I'm going to talk more about that next time. Until then, I've been Ninjo X, the Enlightened Gamer. Till next time, stay enlightened.